Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
New Zealanders must prepare, but do not panic. Prepare. And when you see those messages, remember that unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth. And I really ask people, just visit covid19.govt.nz. It has all of the up-to-date information, and we will continue to provide everything you need to know.
But the thing about Maoism, especially being funded by China and praising China and not condemning China and generally being colonized politically by China, is that in the end you have to adopt China's brutal ways to shut down dissidents, because not everyone in the country, even one as quirky and socialist as New Zealand, not everyone wants to live unfree. Some Kiwis still love the legacy of freedom inherited from the UK and Western civilization. So what do you do about people who just don't listen, and more importantly, who say things you don't like? What do you do with people who disagree with you? Well, you silence them, you censor them, and you set up a ministry of truth, as it was called in Orwell's book, 1984. And here is my 5 minutes into the future time machine. I want to show you a video of our future 5 minutes from now. It's a short video, it's just 80 seconds long. I think it's incredible. I'm going to play it, then I'm going to talk about it, then I'm going to play it again. Watch your life 5 minutes into the future.
We will share with you the most up-to-date information daily. You can trust us as a source of that information. You can also trust the Director General of Health and the Ministry of Health. For that information, do feel free to visit at any time to clarify any rumour you may hear. covid19.govt.nz. Otherwise, dismiss anything else. We will continue to be your single source of truth. We will provide information frequently. We will share everything we can, everything else you see, a grain of salt. And so I really ask people to focus on that.
The most egregious example of that appears to be this text which originated in Malaysia and has become a viral hoax in Australia and in New Zealand. How irresponsible is it the people that are sharing that news of a lockdown imminent in New Zealand?
Yeah, and look, that's the kind of thing that adds to the anxiety that people feel. So I continue to share the message. New Zealanders must prepare, but do not panic. Prepare. And when you see those messages, remember that unless you hear it from us, it is not the truth. And I really ask people, just visit covid19.govt.nz. It has all of the up-to-date information, and we will continue to provide everything you need to know.
Wow, let's go through that slowly. The New Zealand government will give you the most up-to-date information daily. That's not really that controversial a statement, but even that really isn't true, is it? I have no beef with New Zealand, but it's a small country far away from everything else. It has 5 million people in it, so it's smaller than the Greater Toronto Area. It's famous for sheep and for its beautiful empty wilderness. You can see why the Lord of the Rings trilogy was filmed there. But I'm not sure if little New Zealand really is the cutting edge of COVID-19 information. I'm not saying that the World Health Organization or the CDC or the FDA are trustworthy, but they are more authoritative. They're a bit more leading edge, but that's not what Comrade Jacinda says. She says, you can trust us as a source of that information. Is that true? Can you really trust any politician, any government? I'm skeptical of any and all governments. I'm especially skeptical of those who say, trust me. Do you trust her? The Five Eyes Security Alliance don't seem to trust her, and she doesn't trust them. In the past 18 months, has New Zealand's government got everything right? No government has. So when she says you can trust her, that's not quite right, is it? She'll clarify any rumor you may hear. Really? But what is a rumor? Sometimes it's false. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it takes a while to figure it out. Did that Wuhan Institute of Virology cause the pandemic? Which category would you put that in? A rumor? True? False? Still being proven? And of course, all the people to clarify that rumor for you, would you really let Comrade Jacinda be the decider? That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.